Here's something you should know. A recent industry analysis found that 60% of consumers have serious privacy concerns about vehicle telematics. The dashcam market pushes nearly $3 billion in sales this year, and some manufacturers have discovered your driving data is worth more than the hardware itself. Today, we are covering 4 dashcam categories you need to avoid in the current market, and what to buy instead. This isn't speculation. We have documented hacks, public data exposure, hidden subscription traps, and insurance company partnerships designed to monetize your daily commute. Secure links are in the description. Let's get into it. Number 4. Nexar, the data selling trap. This one's ugly. Cloud-first architecture turned into a privacy catastrophe. September 2025, hackers broke into Nexar's systems. Terabytes of user footage exposed. We're talking videos showing cars approaching military bases, intelligence facilities, sensitive stuff that should never have been sitting on some company's servers in the first place. But the hack exposed something worse. Nexar runs a public map on their website showing images from users' dashcams. Company uses AI to spot road signs, traffic patterns, infrastructure details, then sells that data to mapping companies. Google's a customer. And here's the kicker. Journalists reached out to actual Nexar users, and multiple people had zero idea this map existed. They bought a safety device. Turned out they'd become mobile surveillance nodes feeding a commercial data operation. It gets better. Nexar's privacy policy straight up says they can share collision reports and recordings with insurance companies. There's a Report to Insurer feature that activates automatically when you enter policy details. Your footage becomes evidence that can work against you in disputed claims. The company processes 150 million miles of footage every month. That's not a dashcam company, that's a data harvesting operation that happens to sell dashcams. What to buy instead? Vantrue N5S gives you 360-degree 4-channel coverage with a completely different approach. Everything stores locally on your SD card. Their privacy policy explicitly prohibits selling, licensing, or transferring user footage, GPS data, or driving behavior to anyone. 2025 Transparency Report shows 0 government data requests, 0 third-party disclosures. Privacy isn't an opt-in setting, it's how the thing works by default. Number 3. Budget Amazon brands. The fake 4K graveyard. The sub-$50 dashcam market on Amazon is a disaster. Packaging screams 4K. Footage looks worse than actual 1080p. What's happening? The sensor captures at garbage resolution and upscales it. Technically 4K. Functionally useless. License plates unreadable. Critical details lost in compression mush. Video quality isn't even the scariest problem. These cheap cameras run lithium-ion batteries instead of supercapacitors. Your car sits in summer heat, that battery swells, sometimes leaks, occasionally catches fire. Not great for something mounted to your windshield. Reliability surveys show failure rates north of 40% within 18 months for cameras under $50. Loop recording corrupts files randomly. Parking mode drains your car battery because voltage cutoff protection either doesn't exist or barely works. The companion apps demand excessive permissions, harvest device identifiers, and offer 0 meaningful privacy controls. Customer support? Good luck getting a response this month. But the real nightmare? These cameras fail exactly when you need them. Accident happens, you reach for evidence, and the file's corrupted. Or the camera died 3 months ago and never told you. What to buy instead? The Viofo A119 Mini 2 runs about $100 and delivers actual 2K quality with a Sony Starvis 2 sensor. Supercapacitor handles extreme temperatures without catching fire. Buffered parking mode captures footage before and after impacts, not just after. Viofo's been making dashcams for over a decade with consistent firmware support. Spend a little more, get something that actually works when it matters. Number 2. Subscription-locked cameras, the $20 a month trap. So, you buy a dashcam. The box says motion detection, parking surveillance, cloud backup, live view. Sounds great. You install it, open the app, and surprise, none of that works without a subscription. Nearly $20 a month for a camera you already paid for. There's a Costco model that pulls this exact move. Reviews are brutal. people feel scammed because they were scammed. Basic recording works fine. Everything else? Pay up. Here's the math that should make you angry. That $150 camera with a $240 annual subscription runs you $630 over 2 years. Meanwhile, Vantrue and Garmin include those same features out of the box. No monthly fees, lower total cost, and you actually own the functionality you paid for. The bait and switch is intentional. Marketing shows off the advanced stuff. Fine print says you need cloud connectivity, which means ongoing payment to actually use it. By the time you figure this out, the camera's hardwired into your car. Returns get complicated. And here's what nobody thinks about until it's too late. Cloud dependency is a liability. Servers go down, your remote features vanish. Company gets acquired or shuts down, your hardware might brick. They raise prices, you're stuck because your whole footage workflow lives on their infrastructure. What to buy instead? Garmin's Dashcam 67W does 1440p video, 180-degree field of view, voice control, parking monitoring, incident detection, GPS, all included. Garmin gives you the core advanced features out of the box without holding them hostage. No mandatory monthly fees for the stuff that actually matters. Number 1. Insurance-integrated cameras. Your footage against you. Telematics partnerships between dashcam manufacturers and insurers create a conflict of interest that screws drivers. The FTC just went after General Motors and OnStar for collecting and selling driver behavior data, location, speed, braking patterns, to insurance companies without properly telling people. That enforcement action signals regulators are waking up to connected vehicle data flowing to insurers who use it to jack up premiums. Now, some dashcam companies market insurance integration as a selling point. Camera watches how you drive, hard braking, rapid acceleration, cornering forces, time of day. Telemetry uploads to servers your insurance company can access. Marketing pitches potential premium discounts. Reality? That same data logs every aggressive maneuver, every distracted moment, every 2 a.m. drive. When disputes happen, insurers can request footage beyond the specific incident. Courts have compelled cloud storage providers to hand over dashcam data through subpoenas. Cameras pushing insurance partnerships are optimizing for their business relationships, not for protecting you. Your dashcam should be your witness, not theirs. What to buy instead? Privacy-focused brands. Vantrue, Garmin, Viofo. Don't transmit driving behavior data to external servers by default. Independent 24-hour network traffic analysis confirmed none of these companies run insurance partner programs. Footage stays on local storage until you choose to share it. Driver keeps control. In the more budget-friendly territory, the Red Tiger 4K Starvis also delivers. How to audit any dashcam before and after purchase. Shopping or already own one? Here's how to know if your footage is actually yours. Before buying, pull up the privacy policy. Control F 3 phrases: third party, insurance, and anonymized. Third party tells you who gets your data. Insurance mentions mean telematics partnerships. Anonymized sounds safe but isn't. Aggregated driving patterns still have commercial value, and your anonymized daily commute can be traced back to you easier than you'd think. Check app permissions before you download anything. Dashcam app needs Wi-Fi and storage access. Doesn't need your contacts, microphone when the app's closed, or constant location tracking. If the App Store shows location data linked to your identity instead of anonymous collection, red flag. Garmin and Viofo grab location for GPS but don't tie it to your personal profile. Others do. Watch for mandatory account creation. Good brands let you record without signing up or giving an email. If you can't access your own footage without logging into their cloud, that's not a feature. That's their business model baked into the product. Already own a dashcam? Audit it tonight. Open your companion app and check permissions. iPhone, Settings, find the app, see what access it has. Android, Settings, Apps, select the dashcam, tap Permissions. Kill anything unnecessary. Turn off background location if you can. Hunt for cloud sync settings. Lots of cameras upload automatically without obvious warnings. Look for auto backup, cloud storage, sync. Disable unless you specifically want remote access. Local should be default. Check your account on the manufacturer's website. Look for data sharing toggles, marketing opt-outs, insurance program enrollments. Some cameras opt you into telematics through buried default settings. Last thing, search your dashcam brand plus privacy policy plus the current year. Policies change. Cameras that respected privacy in 2023 might have updated terms allowing data monetization now. It takes 5 minutes annually and protects years of driving data. Your dashcam records everywhere you go, everyone in your car, patterns revealing your entire life. Treat that data like it matters. Wrap up. So those are the 4 dashcam categories to avoid in 2026 and the alternatives that actually respect your privacy. Next are turning your footage into commercial data products. Budget Amazon cameras with fake specs and batteries that catch fire. Subscription traps paywalling features you already paid for. Insurance-integrated cameras logging your driving for corporate partners. The dashcam market wants impulse purchases based on brand recognition and marketing hype. Now you know the questions to ask. Where does my footage actually go? Who has access? What happens after upload? Privacy-focused options exist. Vantrue, Garmin, Viofo all store locally by default, all have transparent policies against data monetization. Your dashcam should protect you in an accident, not become a liability in your insurance claim, not turn into a node in somebody else's surveillance network. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which trap you almost fell for. Share this with anyone shopping for a dashcam. They'll thank you. Watch smart, buy smarter, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Secure links are in the description. Stay safe and keep it valid.